I'm
Oh,
already.
we started?
Yeah, now we're back.
I was waiting for all of those countdowns. You know, we had 4 or 5 of them. I was like, oh, here's another countdown. Oh, here's another countdown. Oh, and there's another countdown. Okay.
That was my homage to. You remember when, like, that first time at the movie theater where it was like 7 different production companies involved in making a movie, so each one got their own like little
Try
10-second
starting.
intro.
Yeah.
Right.
So funny. So I have officially put in a bug to StreamYard. Whenever I'm in their media assets tab, my camera gets choppy, but as soon as I'm not in that tab anymore, my camera gets normal. So we'll have to see what they got to do to fix that, but it is what it is, I guess. They came out with this new Mars thing, and it personally I don't plan on using it because I don't really care about screen orientation that much. But unfortunately, it has caused some problems with my camera. So if it gets choppy from time to time, I do apologize. So where we last left off, the team split up with Zephora and Slick remaining on board the Red Tide to finally fix and reassemble and get the cannons in working order. The remainder of the team, Bungo, Mordain, and Kunlin, went into the town of Evermist. Their first goal was to try to locate Captain Sable, receive their back pay, and to their credit, not only did they find him in the market, but it turns out that Captain Sable genuinely thought that the team had been eaten by the snake, and therefore that is why he left the island. He did, I believe, pay everybody their back pay, with the idea that in the future, if they wish to be crew again, of course they can be. But Captain Sable is currently planning another mission and would be expected to set sail. Kunlin experimented with mushrooms excessively. Mordain went gambling, and Bungo had an interesting encounter on the beach with, this goes sound dirty, with a one-handed bard who seemed to have been using both magic and illusionary spells, maybe even psychic spells, to tell this story about Captain. Anybody remember the captain's name? No.
Blackbane.
Blackbane. One out of 4 ain't bad. And oddly enough, there were little opportunities dropped for each of the individuals that seemed to either reveal a little bit about the ship, possible locations of where the flag or the bell might be. We also learned the tie-in to the bishop, that the bishop was actually in his younger years when he was stranded on an island. He had actually carved the figurehead that once stood on the front of the vessel. It would have seemed that this relationship between the Sirens and the Captain Bishop seemed to transcend the idea that they had helped him escape the island. Unfortunately, he was destined to give up his firstborn in the process. The team then discovered a map that gave some information about some of the local areas that could provide clues or hints into the location of the flag and the bell that once were on the Red Tide, as well as buying supplies and other things to ready for the next possible journey. I believe where we last left off, you guys had all returned to the ship. There was Slick and Sleek celebrating with the hobgoblin that the cannons had been repaired. And it's early morning as the team had stayed over on the island in the village of Evermist.
We did do our the 3 of us used our mystical powers, and we got insights on where the artifacts are located.
Correct. Or where you believe they are located.
Yeah.
But it's early morning. You guys are all back together again on the deck of the ship. Slick the 24 hours you spent repairing the cannons and working with the Hobgoblin engineer, is there anything you'd like to do from a mechanical perspective to give the cannons any potential artificer ability? Right now, they're pretty much standard cannons that do 3d6 bludgeoning damage. They're limited, obviously, on range. So, there's some basic stats for the cannons. But because you weren't here 2 weeks ago, I wanted to give you a chance to kind of retcon anything you think Slick would have wanted to do to maybe augment or give the cannons some special abilities or enchantments or make your little artificer mark on them.
Can we? Let's see. What they're going to be used primarily for, like pirate ship battles? Primarily.
I mean, technically, they're a weapon that's on the ship, and they can be used for any purpose, either battling ship to ship or potentially sea monsters or creatures or other things.
Dragons.
I don't know. Maybe something like so they stuns the enemy.
Ooh, I like that one.
Did we get enough cannonballs of the three kinds? The grape shot, round shot, and what do you call it, chain shot?
No, at this point, you only have just the simple, basic cannonball, the bludgeoning.
What about big powder charges to make the ship turn on a dime?
I mean, that's something you could possibly look into, but I mean, that would be effort and take skill to do.
Yeah, I like the stunning thing.
Okay.
How was I? Did I get to spend any time on the other cannons that are not called cannons?
Oh, the mongrel, the mangrels.
Yeah, because I was gonna spend time to make those load faster or something like that.
Ooh, let's do that instead. So let's say you spent your 24 hours making adjustments and kind of changes to their reloading mechanism. So instead of currently their load rate is you fire with an action, you reload with an action, and then fire with an action. So we'll say you automated them, so they no longer require an action to reload. As soon as they fire, you set up this contraption that just allows them to reload automatically. But the person who's using the contraption has to roll a d6, and if you roll a 1 on that d6, it jams.
Okay.
That way you have a nice balance of it's no longer an action to reload, but because it's a contraption, because it's a change to the design of the equipment, there's a possibility it might, fail.
Okay.
But definitely will auto reload now.
Sweet. Let's write that down.
Other than that, you woke up this morning and the Hobgoblin showed you the finished repair work on the 4 cannons. 2 on the port and 2 on the starboard.
Oh, I already have it written down.
Okay,
on the
good.
Mangalore to go from 2 AP to 1 AP.
Yes.
I think
good.
it was 2 APs to load and fire.
Correct. Now it's 1 AP to load
1
and
AP.
fire.
Okay.
But whoever does it now has to roll a d6 to see if the reload mechanism jams.
Okay. Mangalore. Roll d6. On 1, it jams. Got it.
But it's early morning. Everybody's back aboard the ship. What would you guys like to do for the day? It is now officially your second day, the start of the second day, anchored off the beach and the bay of Evermist.
Hey, Bungo! I fixed those Mangalores that you asked me to. They should
Awesome.
reload quite properly, quite fast now. Sephora's still sleeping in the cabin. I don't know. I tried knocking, but she told me to fuck off, so I'm leaving her alone.
That's a good idea.
How does it work?
Oh, so like, see this little contraption over here?
It's like a little crate box, and then there's like a little trolley, not trolley, what are those, a conveyor belt that like brings it up to the thing and then slides it in.
You just gotta press this big red button and it just activates. Here, let me show you.
And watch, I'll roll a 1. Oh, I rolled a 4. Okay. I press the button and it just goes up the conveyor belt and then it drops right in.
Cool. That's pretty damn cool.
What did you guys get to do?
Let's see. I chased Kunlun around while he was naked for a while. Mordain bought a jars of a person, and I got a really fancy sword that is probably contraband for anyone in the Navy who sees it, but I think it might be magic.
Oh.
Hey, Mordain has a jar, has an eye, it will look at you if you look at it.
Oh, fascinating. I have to see this.
Look at it.
He moves to the left,
Oh,
and he moves to the right, and he moves.
Oh, look at that. It's following me.
It spoke to me. I must.
Okay, I'm not interested anymore.
And he walks away.
Ah! Just he pulls the eye out close. We will get him too. Don't worry.
We will get him too. Give it time. Give it time.
He will convert.
Nah, I'm too intellectual for your madness.
Intellectual
Yep.
for your madness.
We also did get supplies for the trip, so or for the
and all that should be in the process of being kind of brought over in small ships throughout the day to supply and prepare the ship for any future travel that you might have planned.
It did cost a couple of dragon scales, though.
Just don't.
But there's
Don't take my hoard of stuff.
there's still a lot left, so you're good.
Okay, good.
I think we spent like 2.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Yeah.
Anything
we got
that
some-
might be important to the story of what we're trying to do here?
Yeah, I think we know the location of the 3 artifacts. I don't remember the name of the town, but the flag is supposed to be over here. And Mordain saw something about the figurehead, and Kunlun saw something about what's the third one? The bell. Or was I the bell and Kunlun saw the flag? I don't even remember now.
Well, which one do you want to go for first?
I think one of them is out of character. I think one of them is where we're going anyways, right?
Well, you guys are currently in the Southern Isles. You're in the small bay outside the village of Ember Mist. I believe there was in your psychedelic journey. One item is located at a village in the Merc Mill archipelago in the Green Beach, the town of Green Beach. And I believe the other one was potentially located near the dunes of Eldogorm, near a community called Daggerfell within the Merc Mill archipelago. And then the third one, let me double check my notes.
The first one sounds familiar. Weren't we? Is that the one we were headed? We were going to go to the Merc Hill.
Yes.
Yeah, that's where the ghost wrote it down with some charcoal.
That's
I
right.
think.
Which one of them is the closest?
So the ship's flag is located near the den called the Den of the Silent One. That's on Merc Mill. The ship's bell is located at Green Beach, which is Merc Mill Archipelago. And the ship's figurehead is located at the dunes of Edelgorm. So you get like after all your guys' discovery of these three relics and where they might possibly be, both based on the map and the insights that were uncovered, you get the feeling that the story that Bungo heard from the bard, the telling of the story of Blackmane's last stand, and the blood offering of hacking off his hand to save himself, but not his cursed crew, which curses the crew in the process of him saving himself. You get the feeling that happened in the Merc Mill archipelago. I know Captain Zephora is not here, but who did we designate as first mate? Do we recall? Mordain, give me a survival check as you are taking a look at the maps.
What is the difference between that and navigator?
Well, who did we have declared as navigator? That was you, right, Kunlun?
Kunlun is a navigator because he has like some psychic abilities.
I would probably say the navigator would be the one looking. Not...
Well, yeah, but give me survival, Mordain, when you look at the maps, because this is the conversation is, which one to go after first, the flag, the bell, or the figurehead. 19. Looking at the Merc Mill map, you get the feeling that probably the most difficult one's going to be the ones in the dune of Edelgorm, primarily because the large town of Daggerfell and the large town of Palefield. The Merc Mill archipelago is a kind of autonomous region that is connected with Amon and the old kingdom of Amon. That location is going to be a little bit difficult to get to because the Merc Mill archipelago does have a kind of a negative relationship with pirates. The communities of both Palefield and Daggerfell don't allow piracy off the islands, and they will actively pursue pirates. There is a small Emon fleet that patrols these waters. However, the small island in the archipelago, that's probably a good maybe 4 or 5 miles off the western coast, is the fishing community of Green Beach. You get the feeling that Mordain going after the device that's currently said to be at the Green Beach, which is the ship's bell, may be the easiest of the three choices. Kunlun, give me... You have advantage because you have navigational equipment, correct?
Yep.
You have tools, I think, navigational tools. And we've been using wisdom or intelligence for you?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. So any skill that's wisdom based you can use with advantage to determine the charting of the course to the amount of time it will take to get to the Merc Mill archipelago.
Medicine, no. Perception.
Perception? Go for it.
Natural 20 plus 7. 27.
The Merc Mill archipelago, it will take about 6 days to get to. And right now you guys have purchased and are planning on loading on about 2 weeks worth of provisioning. There is obviously opportunities to provision in the Merc Mill as well. But by the end of day today, you'd have enough, everything you need. And Kunlun, I'll say you spend a few hours in the morning charting the course. The only thing you guys don't really have is you don't really have like an alive crew. You have a ghostly crew that can do most of the function, but the challenge you have is they can't beat to general quarters. They can't take battle stations because the device that calls them to battle stations is the bell, and the bell is
the bell?
not
Which of those locations is the bell at?
Green Beach, I believe.
Okay, so I think we should go to Green Beach and get the bell.
I think you're right.
We can probably try to like just stay inconspicuous till we do, or I'll like try not to get in battle.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
well, the
Pirates
ship looks
that-
like a pile of
pirates
crap.
that
I don't
don't-
think it's going to attack us anyways.
Pirates that don't try to get into battle, that's kind of weird.
That is weird.
Hey, pirates
don't-
are opportunists. We'll take what we
Pirates,
can
fine.
when we can and avoid fights. Right?
Okay.
Okay,
I
we'll
mean-
avoid fights that we know we can't trounce people.
Yeah.
We're bullies. We're
I like that.
ocean bullies. Yes. Once we can kick everyone's ass, then we'll fight.
I thought we were trying to be bloodthirsty pirates on this campaign. Like I thought that we make bad decisions and we make like not murder hobos, but like we're
Murder
malicious.
Hoboken.
Yeah.
Murder Hoboken.
Except for Bungo. Bungo was the obvious light of the crew, but everybody else was.
It's dimming with all the mushrooms and shit I'm growing down below decks. Yes.
So, are there any other supplies we need to get before we leave? Like maybe what do you call them? How about chain mail? Chain what do you call? Chain ball chain?
Chainmail?
So,
Voltron?
Huh?
Voltron.
Like
Are
two
you
little
talking
balls,
about
two balls connected together with a chain.
Oh, and
take
they
the mast
spin.
out,
Yeah,
Roll
and
up, roll something.
rigging out?
yeah. You use
Bola,
them.
bola.
Chain shot. Sorry, chain shot. You use
Yeah.
it to like shoot down enemies.
Rigging
Sails.
and masts.
They're rigging and sails, yeah. So if you're looking to overtake a ship, to board it, typically you use the chain shot to rip and tear into the mast and rigging to slow them down. As you're boarding the ship, you may tend to use grape shot to clear the deck of the ship. If you're attempting to sink a ship, you'll use a traditional solid shot.
Yeah.
Right now, you guys have 10 rounds of solid shot and powder for each of the 4 cannons that you have.
Yeah, I would like to order a chain shot just in case we need to flee from some ship or disable it to be able to get better angle at it. I'd like to be able to do that.
Okay. Quartermaster will go and see about it.
So you're heading back into the tender to head back into town. Okay.
Also get like some extra powder, maybe a few extra. Well, yeah, just extra powder and extra rounds of round shot for practice. I think we should practice a while. Let's see.
Or can we, when they come to deliver stuff, can we just add to the delivery?
I mean, technically, you'd want to negotiate with the smith because the smithy might be.
Right.
Well, it was the hobgoblin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still on board. He's actually he's waiting for the first of the deliverable ships of shot and powder to show up so that he could be taken back to his shop. So I would say the hobgoblin's still there. If you wanted to have that conversation with him.
Who's Mr. Charisma?
How can I help?
We need chain shot.
I will go. I will negotiate. I'll persuade. I will fear. It will be ours.
Oh yeah, this is gonna go well.
Okay, so I'm gonna go up to going. Point to me.
Point me in the direction. Where are you?
Okay, I take him up. I forget the hobgoblin's name, but Sir Smith, I think we need some more specialized ammunition for the cannons. Someone said something about chain shot.
The hobgoblin Hobart looks at you. Well, I've already provided you with solid shot and the repairs. I'm quite exhausted. Are you in need of additional ammunition then?
Yes. That's what we need. Ammunition.
Very well. Give me a moment.
Particularly chain.
Give me persuasion, if you would, please. Mordain.
That is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. As soon as my first delivery vessel gets here, I will consult with my crew, and we will get you what you need. At least see what we have. I can tell you this much: rounds of grape shot are a bit more difficult to make. I can sell those in a bundle of 10 for 100 gold for 10 shots. The chain shot, I can sell those in groups of 10 for 80 gold. A little bit easier to make those. I do also carry bar shot as well, if you'd like that instead. That is two cannonballs with a solid metal bar welded in between the two of them to do significantly more damage. The range, however, is very much minimized to very close range, very short range, but it does terrible damage.
Is that terrible as in good or terrible as in bad?
Depends on your end of receiving the damage.
I look over to Bungo to be like, that what we need?
Probably the bar shot. Is that mostly for rigging, or is that also for personnel?
The bar shot is mostly used for up close hull damage if you intend to destroy the ship outright.
We're just looking to maybe slow down pursuers. So probably
Very
the chain
well.
shot.
Chain shot it is.
Sir,
Yes.
if we get a bunch, surely there's a discount for bulk.
Well, you have already provided me ample payment for the repair of the cannon and other supplies. With repeat visits, I can sell you 40 rounds of each. 40 rounds of grape shot, 40 rounds of chain shot. I can sell those to you for, let's say, 400 gold.
40 rounds for 400 for chain?
Both. 40 rounds of chain and 40 rounds of grape shot for 400 gold.
Okay.
That's a 50% discount.
I look over to Bungo.
Hey, Mardane, we're just getting started. We can't afford that. I think maybe just one order of chain shot just so we can get away if someone's chasing us. I think that'd be enough.
Okay.
Sorry, could you hear? Okay, you could hear that.
Well, we are just getting started. We were just hoping
Don't start that way. Don't start that way. I'll say it that way.
Yes. Sorry, that was someone was talking to me in my head. I needed to clear that out first. Let me just.
Show a position of strength.
How about, as we've been very much a customer, we've been showing lots of money now, lots of purchases now. Leans over slowly to Slick, like, I have fancy. I can say fancy. I don't know the words.
Surely, because we're such good customers already, there's a discount of some sort.
Yeah.
Yes,
What is
yes,
that?
because we're already such good customers. Surely there's a discount for
Fucking on here.
That's what it
how
is.
many, how many, the chain shot, the 10 chain shot.
So you just need the 10 rounds of the chain shot then.
Yes.
Understood. Well, I can sell you the 10 rounds for 40 gold then. Originally it was 80, but I can sell it for 40.
Damn.
Well done.
Damn.
Right. Wonders. We will return to use your ammunition for more plunder.
Yes, these
Oh,
are things you should probably not openly admit to people that you've just met, but that's fine.
We will
Slick
be
rolls his
returned to
eyes,
do
he
more
just
good in the
shakes his
world
head.
and save children.
Slick's walking away. This is no. Slick's walking away.
Hobart just kind of like pinches the bridge of his nose. When the first tender gets here, I will secure this. Who's got the coin?
I'll pay it out of party inventory.
So you guys now have 10 rounds of chain shot.
And I just go up and I give the guy like a big hug. And I'm like, thank you. You made our day. You're so wonderful.
I mean, he's so visibly cringed by it. It's like he like, very well, of course. I'm not sure if you're aware
as
of
I'm
this.
leaving, I grab his hand and I leave like 2 gold in his hand as I slip away.
That will more than compensate for the cost of laundering your vomit out of my clothes. Thank you very much. You smell like sour. You smell like sour ale and gambling.
Oh, that. Yeah, I haven't cleaned yet.
He totally forgot where he was the past 24 hours. He was just like,
Which I think you took a point of exhaustion because I don't think you ever slept. You gambled the whole night.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're looking a little bit ratty, a little bit raggedy.
That should be helping me in the way that I'm selling how fucking crazy.
right?
It adds to your presence for sure.
It
Yeah.
definitely adds to your presence. That's true. So the morning is going to be a couple hours of Hobart's people bringing out all the supplies that you bought from the smithy. I believe you also bought supplies from. Did you guys buy anything from the Sulphur Lily from the apothecary, Erevan Merrill, the elf? Oh, that's right. You got the mushrooms from her.
Yep.
And then at the Atlantic Vein is
And
the one who sold you the general goods of water barrels, foodstuffs, and other supplies that will be eventually brought out to the ship as well. So you're definitely stuck here for at least until late afternoon. And typically Captain doesn't like to set sail till the morning. So you basically have another day to spend either in Evermist itself, or if you choose to, explore other parts of the island if you want to.
Bungo's gonna start setting up the herb garden and the citrus gardens and stuff, and the mushroom farm below decks.
Does
he's
that
gonna-
include the mushrooms that Kunal got from
Yes.
the lady?
Yes, the special mushrooms. This faux show. And I'm going to corner Mordain at some point and ask him to do an ID on the fancy sword, the Tal'Dorei officer sword.
Oh yeah, that's right. That you
Tal'Dorei? I don't know.
Anybody else?
I need to get water magic somehow.
Well, Bungo's going to be doing a lot of create water, so you can certainly watch.
That's true.
I need a trap. I need a trap for the trinket that I'm making you.
Cool.
So yeah, I'd say as long as you're assisting or participating in Bungo's creation of water to stock all the water bells, I'll say that you're watching him do that. You kind of like capture little vessels full of the magical water that comes into existence, and you now have give me a d6. Roll a d6. We'll see how many uses that you capture.
3.
Yeah, you capture 3 uses of magic water that you can use in your tinkering.
Cool. Getting closer.
Did we lose Kunlun altogether?
Yeah, he'll be back. He always hotkeys something, or the gerbil has to be refed to power up his computer again. All that fun stuff.
Gotcha.
He loves it. Yeah, Kunlun loves
gerbil.
using.
Uh-oh.
Kunlun loves using his ColecoVision. So
My what?
his TRS-80. His TRS-80 has to take a break every like 30 minutes.
Have to wind it back up.
He's got one of those big winding keys. He's got it hooked to a single wire to a Model T.
Martin, what's your magic? Like, is it chaos void? Like, what would you call it? Because I know I took a sample of your magic, but I don't know what to call it.
I would 100% say chaos, because
Chaos?
this dude is chaos. But I would say,
Are you necrotic? Are you
yeah,
Like-
I was trying to figure out how to. I would say that my magic very much is necrotic, and like, even though it's kind of like, it looks like tentacles and liquid of nature,
Right.
it's like a blackish tentacle. It's a blackish water. It's weird.
So necrotic. Okay. I'll put necrotic. Cool. Nice. Nice as ice.
So with that, Slick and Sleek and Bungo will spend some time preparing uses of magic and other things. Bungo, you're also preparing the gardens to begin the process of maybe even planting some of that, some of the stuff that you've gotten from the purveyor of the sulfur lily, Erevan. I feel like that's going to be either a nature or a survival check for you, Bungo, as you set that up. Ten. You do a commendable job, like a good enough job to like get things started. The better you do, then the possibility that these things may provide sustenance or advantages or medical treatments or bolstering of abilities. You could also fuck it up and it could go the other way. It could poison you, could make you sick or diseased, depending on how you interact with it. It's like any trinkets you want to work on?
I mean, after I collected the magic, I probably would start trying to infuse the sun moon dial trinket
Okay.
for Bungo. How many? I should have asked you this, but how many like schools of magic do I have to? Because I'm going against wild magic, so like, how many schools of magic do I need to collect to make this work?
I would say you need at least one ingredient of enchantment one ingredient of divination, and one ingredient of evocation. The combination of those 3 schools will allow the sun moon dial to kind of do its basic function that you want it to do.
Okay.
Hey, Mordain,
Yeah.
if you're not going to sleep yet, can you do an ID on this sword?
I don't lose my brain, my mind.
Okay. I'll help.
Yeah.
Wow, you're willing to sacrifice my mind. I see how this is.
Yeah, of course.
I'm
We
gonna,
can put it
I'm
in
gonna
a jar.
ritually cast. What's it called?
Identify.
Yeah.
Okay. It is a longsword +1.
Cool. Thank you.
There you go.
And I'm Slick. What did you do with the Captain Blackmane's hand? I know you pried it off of the gun.
Yeah, I gave it to Mordain.
Probably more. Okay, cool. Very good.
Mordain, down below in your quarters is the wooden crate filled with all the jars of the body parts as well
I'm gonna go down
that you acquired from the curio shop.
I'm gonna go down to the jars and I'm gonna commune.
As you can hear Slick working down in the lower hold at the workbench, you can hear Bungo setting up the little garden area both on the main deck and the kind of mushroom buckets down on the below deck. The only other thing you hear is from time to time Kunlun coming into Bungo's area and saying, "Are you done yet? Are you done yet?" And then leaving, realizing that there's no mushrooms yet.
Well, I'm going to help Bungo with the mushrooms to make sure it's done.
Okay. Gotcha. And well, since you said you're going to help him, Bungo, you originally got a 10. You can roll again because Kunlun would give you advantage at that point.
Ooh. Then that would be a 25.
Ooh, much better.
Slightly.
So anything you attempt to grow in both the deck garden that you built, as well as the buckets of mushrooms that you've planted down below in the lower hold, any attempt to grow in either of those spaces, you can have advantage, as well as you can use your proficiency on the roll.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool.
Because you got 25, so that's pretty high on the DC spec. Mordain, you end up down in your quarters, which is really just the area of the commons deck where all the where all the hammocks are hanging, while everyone is kind of off doing everything. You've got this wooden crate in front of you. It's kind of like one of those old school dorm room wooden crates, with it's just kind of made out of slats. And it's got all those jars inside of it. You kind of sit down cross-legged and you start looking at these jars. Give me either investigation or arcana as you begin to kind of look at these things a little bit more closely than when you saw them at the curio shop.
Ooh, that is a natural 20. And
Nice.
I choose arcana. So that's 23.
23. Nice. There are 3 distinct things that you notice. One, the edge rim of the metal plate and kind of strange substance that has the jars sealed. You can see very detailed magical invocations on the ceiling of the jar. You also notice that the liquid inside the jars is kind of murky, but probably liquid that an alchemist would have had to make to kind of preserve whatever's inside the jars. The jars themselves are kind of made out of a strange kind of hand-carved kind of ceramic, but it's so finely kind of made that the jar itself is just translucent enough. Like just visible enough that you can kind of see what's inside the jar, but not a lot of detail of what's inside the jar. The one that prompted you to really kind of realize that all of these jars might mean something is that one of the jars has an eyeball floating in it.
Mhm.
And you remember that eye kind of pivoting on its own ability and kind of its iris looking at you and kind of dilating when it saw you. So you get the feeling that something about all these jars might be interconnected with each other, because one jar has a foot, another jar has a hand, another jar has like a liver, the heart, there's enough jars here that you have like maybe the 75% remains of some kind of creature or humanoid.
Marvelous. Okay. I okay. So made us some humanoid. I want to communal. As I'm communing with it, I will then be like, okay, I'm ready for this. I'm ready to do something. But also, it's time to sleep. So night.
Yeah, you kind of put all the jars back into the crate, crawl up into your hammock, and just kind of ball up the blanket, put it under your head as you begin your long rest to try to get rid of that point of exhaustion. By late afternoon, all the items have been delivered. The barrels have been delivered. The water has been restocked. All the provisioning is pretty much done by late afternoon. Mordain, you can go ahead and mark off a long rest, because whenever you guys take a short rest on the Red Tide, you automatically gain a long rest. So all of you are back together again on the Commons deck after doing your day's worth of activity. Still no sign of Zephora yet. She has not come out of her cabin all day. You have maybe about 3 hours until sunset. And then obviously the plan is to set sail for the Merc Mill in the morning. So anybody want to work on anything before the final long rest and getting ready to sail out the following morning?
I'm going to talk to the ghosts.
As soon as the sun sets, the ghosts do typically come out to wander. No one really sees them as well as Mordain does. Mordain's the one that usually sees them. The only other person that will see them from time to time is if Kunlun kind of goes into his transcendental state or in his kind of namaste condition. From time to time, he can see them. For you, Bungo, whenever you try to interact with them, there's physical changes in the environment. Either a piece of chalk is used to write on the wood, or a door opens and bangs, or you might hear voices on the breeze of the ship. It just kind of depends on what area of the ship that you're in and how you're communicating with the ship.
I'll just keep up a running dialogue, just assuming that there's probably one nearby.
Okay.
And I'll let him know that if anyone wants off the crew when it's time for me to expire, I'll take their place.
Oh, interesting. Give me a persuasion check on that one. 4. A small piece of charcoal gets picked up off the ground, and you see words being written on it. They're common, but you could tell they're uneducated common. The spellings aren't quite right. It's like spelling the word corn with a K, or, like you can tell phonetically, it's probably somebody of simple mind. And they write on the deck of the ship where you're kind of standing looking down at the charcoal kind of moving on its own. And it just says, can't replace.
Can I join?
Already have.
All right, and when I make dinner for everybody, I will include some stuff for the crew. Oh, did we get a still up?
I don't know if that's been worked on yet.
Then that's
Yep.
what I'll be doing as well.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and give me a D8, if you would, please.
1.
1. Okay.
Is either good or bad?
Depends on your perspective, I think.
Yes. One or the other.
As you guys all settle into a long rest, you wake up the following morning to, well, there's a slight breeze. The beginnings of a small storm are kind of beginning to form on the horizon. But with Kunlin's navigational chart completed, the sails billow out as the ghostly crew prepare to set sail. Captain Zephora is up on the helm currently, managing the helm. The anchor has been pulled in. The last of the tender has been set free. All the debts have been paid. The Hobgoblin Hobart has already gone home the previous day. As you feel the ship begin its first day of its journey to Merkmill. You guys are now on the open sea again.
So we set the course for the archipelago, right? Milkweed
Correct.
archipelago. Nice. Kunlun tries to go into he sets the course and then the wheel just stays by itself, right? Or one of the ghostly.
Well, it's got one of the tie-off pins, so you can put the wooden pin in front of the helm's wheel, and then you tie it off on the one of the wooden finishes on the helm's wheel, and it keeps it in that steady course that you're in. Your navigational chart tells you the wind will be steady for at least the next 2 to 3 days in the direction that you're going in.
Okay, so Kunlun tries to kind of meditate on to see if he can get a sense of weather conditions, miles around, to see if there are any storms coming, if there is a good wind coming, stuff like that.
Yeah, give me a nature check on that one.
I think 13.
What'd you get?
13.
13. As you kind of sit there in your meditative state, kind of using your spiritual release out into the vastness around you. For the next 3 days, the weather looks windy, chances of rain, but definitely sailable. Nothing too major on the horizon. Anybody else want to work on anything? Because at this point, you basically have 6 days to travel.
Or the nooks and crannies of the ship.
Ooh, give me investigation, Mungo, as you decide to search the ship even more than you have previously.
11.
This ship is a hodgepodge of both the current repair work that had been done where you found it, as well as kind of old portions of the ship from its original construction. Obviously, you're capable of revisiting where your name appears on the wooden paneling of the hold.
I'm going to assume that's what they meant by I already joined. So, yeah.
Yeah. You kind of examine. It's like the writing on there is almost identical to the writing style of Blackmane's carving that's in there as well. once again, giving you the feeling that the ship itself has a sense of not necessarily consciousness or sentientness, but just this kind of like the ship and the crew, they share a curse together. Like their curse kind of coexists because of that story that you heard about Blackmane. That whatever oath he took that day to save himself, it obviously cursed both the crew and the ship at the same time, almost as if they're a symbiotic kind of existence.
I'm going to start my own little ritual of donating 1 HP of blood per day to the ship.
Where would that happen? Where would that happen, do you think? What part of the ship do you focus on?
As close to the keel beam as I can get.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand for that, if you would.
Oh boy. I cut my hand off. 12.
I hit a tendon.
Yeah, my eye.
That's a miss.
Anybody else want to use the? And we'll say we'll give it a bit of a time dilation. So we'll say during the course of the 6 days, you could extensively work on things or do whatever as part of your downtime.
I will do more research into finding like where to figure out the puzzle of the pieces
of the jarred remains.
Yeah.
Yeah. For you, Mordain, it's a mystery because this is both magic and an obvious outcome for somebody that something didn't go so well. Either this person was punished and therefore trapped in these vessels, or this person came to being by being trapped in these vessels. Either way, give me an insight check as you spend some time trying to figure out or understand what might be going on.
So 6, 7. We're using the D6 inspiration for a 9.
Better not be to Keat.
This is definitely someone of human existence. You recognize certain body parts. The magic used to seal these jars is definitely radiant magic. Whoever did the work would probably be a cleric or paladin of significant power. And you also notice little invocations within the magic that tells you it's probably a cleric of Selûne, the goddess of the moon.
Ah, okay. Okay.
Slick, are you working on that? Are you going to try to complete that sundial before getting to the archipelago? You're on mute. Can't hear you. Still can't hear you. Oh, his microphone broke.
Hi, I'm Slick, and I think. Sorry.
That's the best meta ever, Bungo.
Slick, you type it, we say it.
Oh, your headset died. Gotcha. You type? So you can hear me. So what would Slick want to do to get that device up and running, do you think? feel free to type that out and we'll make some rolls. Kunlun, for the 6-day journey, roll a d20. I want to see if the weather improves after the 3rd day of the travel.
Sorry, I'm rolling what?
Roll a d20 for me.
Oh. $15.
15. For the entire 6-day journey, the weather will be good, and you'll also not necessarily encounter anything specific during this time dilation. So you have fire, necrotic, and water. I would say all 3 of those can accomplish the 3 different schools that you need through the infusement into the sun/moon dial. So I'll say for at least 3 of those days. Slick, what's your what ability check do we use for you when you tinker? Wisdom. So any of your wisdom-based skills, and I think you have to just straight. We've been using straight wisdom. Oh, int. Gotcha. Any of your intelligence-based skills, you're free to use. Also, I believe you have you've become proficient. Did we declare you proficient in tinkering? I think you are proficient in tinkering. So you can also add your proficiency modifier, unless it's already been added to the skill that you're going to choose to use as you try to make this device. Ten. You have to do better than that, Slick.
What is Slick trying to do?
Slick ain't so slick.
Slick is attempting to make a magical device for Bungo. Bungo, describe the device again.
Wasn't it just something to make it easier to not have to turn into cheese?
It's a sun and moon dial. I think it was a device to make it easy to give you survival advantage, or to give you to counteract wild magic. That's right.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Which
Cool.
essentially will eventually give you advantage on your spellcasting rolls.
Nice. Powerful, overpowered.
Well, I mean, but Slick is trying to make it, and so far not having a lot of good luck building it.
Dude,
I'll say because of that 10, you neither gain nor lose anything in the attempt. So you're kind of, you're just kind of having days of work where it's like you almost get it and it almost breaks. You almost get it, it almost breaks. But you're just struggling with the engineering and the sense of what the device should look like and do. Anybody else want to use the 6 days for anything they want to work on?
6 days. Kunal would practice some of his martial arts.
Yeah, roll inspiration for me, Slick. What are you trying to do, Kunlun?
Practice martial arts.
Ooh, what are you going to work on? Are you trying to be faster, trying to be stronger, trying to be...
Maybe trying to be I mean, yeah, like right now he has astral arms, So he's just gonna try to practice with them and like being more precise with them.
Now, if you spend the bulk of your journey working on that, give me either athletics or acrobatics, your choice.
Acrobatics, 12.
12. How many days do you want to try to dedicate to this?
2.
2? Give me another one.
Another acrobatics check.
Yep, another acrobatics check.
14.
14. While you're pretty skilled, and the practice that you do on the ship keeps you skilled, the limitation of those that can help you either practice or to learn, there's a limitation here. You don't really learn or gain anything through the 2 days. But, you know, if you keep at it, it's always possible. Unless, of course, you want to spar with somebody, and then you would gain advantage on those 2 rolls.
Well, maybe he's gonna spar with a ghost because he's gonna try to see if like he can use his astral arms to like hit the ghost or something, and like,
Oh, interesting.
you know, like that old exercise that we all did when we took epee fencing classes. Hang down the ping pong ball and try to hit it with an umbrella. Point control, you know. So like,
I'm not sure what school you went to, but they would not give us swords in my school, I assure you.
yeah, that's why
I was gonna say,
Exactly.
what school is this? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Sounds good.
Okay, cool.
I don't know if you guys can hear my kid in the background. Anyway,
Oh, yeah, he's babbling. We can hear him.
so
I'll
so
say
he's
since you choose to spar with some of the ghosts, because in your meditative state you could see them, and that would be part of your kind of ritual of practicing. Go ahead and give me 2 more rolls of athletics or acrobatics, and we'll treat those as being your advantage because of the spar.
okay, so 2 more rolls.
Yep.
One of them is gonna be 23.
Nice.
The other one is gonna be 10. So,
10.
so I guess my best ones were 14 and 23.
Yeah, 14 and 23. I put the DC at 15 on the average because one of your sparring days was so much better than the other one. We'll say that your practice and everything is put you into a position that the next time you're in a initiative round, you're within an initiative round, you can have advantage on your strikes, on your attacks during that first round.
Nice.
So try to make a note of that so you don't forget it.
Yep. So how many days do I have left?
We'll say you guys have burnt through 3 days and now you have 3 days left. Slick, the 14 that you got would be enough for 1 success so far. And that success would have used up your fire magic that you had. And you have 2 remaining magics to use to try to be successful through the course of the rest of the journey to the Merc Mill.
Okay.
So you guys have 3 days left.
I'm gonna keep an eye out for ocean wildlife and see if I can spot any whales or large aquatic animals.
Go ahead and give me a perception check, Bungos. You spend part of the time keeping a lookout.
16.
16. This particular chart that Kunlun has charted to get you guys to the Merc Mill avoids a lot of the kind of main routes of other vessels because of not wanting to get into a direct confrontation yet until hopefully maybe recovering the bell and being able to invoke the power of the ship as it relates to the bell. So you are seeing a lot of wildlife. Every now and then you see a small pods of dolphin, schools of other wild fish. You're not close enough to land to expect to see any birds or kind of typical shore birds. But every now and then you look up at the sky and you see something quite sizable flying up in the sky. You remember what the dragon looked like when you saw it. So definitely didn't have the silhouette of a dragon, but there's other large flying creatures that will from time to time will be seen. Probably the most interesting thing that you spot off the starboard section of one of your fifth day of watch is a massive the massive remains of a large whale. And currently sharks and other kind of creatures are feeding off of it. It's maybe 100 feet long. It's showing signs of decomposition and decay. You're not really sure what killed it, but you definitely see it as an opportunity. Give me an Arcana check, or for you it's nature. Give me another nature check for you.
15.
Whales have at least 3 items or 3 things that you can harvest from them. A large amount of their blubber can be turned into both oil and into apothecary oil as a stabling agent. It allows those that practice the art of apothecary advantage on their checks. So that has value. Depending on the type of whale, the organs could potentially have value. It's said that the heart of a whale could provide the ingredient for strength, and that the lungs of a whale can provide for the ingredients of a hasted potion. It's also said that the eyes that can be harvested from a whale can be used in the ingredient of blind sight, for a potion of blind sight.
I'll bring it up to the crew. Hey guys, there's a whale carcass over there. It has some potentially valuable stuff on it. The fat, ambergris, eyes, heart, lungs. But there's also danger because there's sharks in it and in the water eating off of its remains and stuff.
Sharks. What a way!
Sharks.
What a way not to have Zephora on us, who has a shark. A shark.
No, that was the other crew.
Yeah,
Oh, that was the other crew. Oh,
Yeah. That's not
Oh.
Sephora. That's the ultimate bad guy crew.
They're real baddies. So,
Currently the ship is maybe about maybe 500 feet off the starboard side of where the whale carcass is floating in the water.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
He's gonna go downstairs. You hear him rummaging through shit, like it's like the cartoony thing when they go downstairs and there's all this like pots and
Clang,
pans banging, clang, 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 bomb, ching, 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 ching. He comes back up. And it's got like this really makeshift scrabbly glider, so you can glide over there and try to land on top of it. But it could only hold one person.
Oh, I love it.
What do you guys think? Do we want to risk it?
For the biscuit.
Risk it for the biscuit.
Risk it, biscuit.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
Oh, not biscuits. You're not cherry biscuits? How dare
Cherry
you?
biscuits. Whale biscuits.
Oh, whale biscuits. Oh. Martin, this feels like something you should do. Or Kunlun. One of you two.
And he turns to Bungo.
Because they're the craziest.
So you've got your contraption ready to go, Slick. How does it work?
It's literally like bones, right? Like it's just like bamboo and like a real thin material glider, and there's a little hold on, and you just have to jump and like glide down to. Like it's not really it. I didn't have enough time to make it a mechanical marvel. Okay, so it's
Kunlin, since Sephora is absent, Kunlin, you're the navigator, but technically Mordane's first mate. So Kunlin and Mordane can attempt to steer the vessel towards the shark or towards the whale to make it a little bit easier for Slick to kind of like jump off the, like you need to get enough wind underneath your glider, Slick. You kind of have to climb up to the crow's nest, and then you climb up to the crow's nest. You hold on. Kunlin and Mordane have heaved over the wheel to give you at least a little bit more close proximity to the whale carcass. And you crawl up to the crow's nest, and you kind of like hold on to your glider, and you like leap off of the crow's nest. Give me acrobatics or athletics as you do this.
acrobatics.
On a side note,
Oh,
we can just lower one of
no.
the boats and row over to it, right?
That's a 4.
A 4. You guys watch as soon as like Slick jumps off the crow's nest, he starts gliding, and like the first 20 feet everything's going great, but then right at the 50-foot mark, like the entire glider comes apart, like the whole thing. Like you're watching as the rope comes
minutes to construct
undone,
this thing, guys.
the bamboo comes undone, and he's like partially hanging on, and the thing just and sploosh.
Ah, fuck! Guys! Ah!
He goes to enjoy the ocean. Who would want to fly over the ocean rather than swim through?
Shut up, Marky! Get me out of here!
Like Mordane's leaning over the railing, like just totally envious of Slick's plunge into the water.
Why do I always pick characters that hate water? I don't understand why I do that. Goblins and water, not good.
This is true.
So
This is very
I'll go
true.
over the edge and I'll shapeshift into a dolphin.
You guys watch as Bungo quickly leaps over the edge and midway shapes into a dolphin. Bungo, you slam into the water and you start moving quickly out to like the 40, 60-foot range where you find Slick. Slick, this dolphin is now circling you.
Shit! Oh, it's a dolphin! Oh, I thought it was a shark! I was ready to shoot you!
You
Bungo,
quickly
is
kinda,
that you?
Grabs
like,
onto the fin. I'm gonna
Yeah,
grab
you
onto the
climb
fin.
dorsal. Yeah, you grab onto the dorsal, and then his little tail starts kicking
Go
away.
towards the... Whatever it was I was
The
going
whale?
towards.
The
Yeah,
whale.
go towards the whale.
Take him
So
over
the
to
two
the whale.
of you are now swimming
Wee,
out towards the
wee,
whale.
wee,
Yeah,
wee.
Bungo, there's quite a few sharks out here. You're kind of like doing your best to kind of get into the gaps in the areas. Give me a dexterity save as you try to push through the sharks that are currently in kind of like a feeding frenzy around this thing.
This is not my best roll. Oh, 14.
Not bad.
I put the DC at a 14. So as you're shifting through, every now and then a rather large shark mouth tries to like clamp onto you, and you quickly go the other direction. As you and Slick make it through this barrier of sharks, you bump into the edge of the rotted remains of the whale, and kind of Slick is able to quickly get off and out of the water, and kind of like, you kind of, unfortunately, Slick, to do it, you kind of have to dig your hands into the rotted meat and flesh and skin of the whale to kind of like pull yourself up onto the whale. This thing's pretty sour. It's been floating for a while. You can see where
I need a Constitution save to see if I pass out.
Not necessarily pass out, but you can give me a con save to see if you throw up. Because it is pretty. It's pretty rank. It's pretty rank.
That's a 14.
14. You hold it together. I mean, every now and then you get that bile that rises up into your throat and kind of, you know. Do you remain a dolphin, Bungo, or do you climb aboard to help Slick as well?
I will climb aboard to help Slick.
Okay. Going out of your porpoise shape, you go ahead and give me a Constitution save as you start climbing up the exposed ribs and meaty chunks to get up to where Slick is.
16.
16. You hold it together as well. The two of you are clinging on to like the side of this rotted 100-foot long whale. You can see every now and then either a hammerhead shark or a great white shark kind of swoops in and takes a big chunk of flesh. You feel the whole body of the whale kind of shift and move. Bungo, now that you're aboard or on the whale with Slick, give me another nature check as you begin to try to figure out precisely where all the necessary locations might be to harvest.
25.
Nice. One of the eyes appears to be harvestable. You find a section of skin and fat that looks like it could be harvested. Because of the way the decay is, you look through some of the broken openings of the remains of the whale to see its lungs and the heart are still surprisingly harvestable as well. If you and Slick help each other, you should be able to harvest everything you see here within the next hour.
Let's do it.
And currently, Kunlun, you and Mordain are having the ship circle the remains of the whale, giving both Slick and Bungo time to harvest what they can.
And I want to also divide my time with studying the creature in the hopes that someday I can turn into something like this.
Fair enough. The hour goes by. Mordain and Kunlun manage to stabilize and keep the vessel circling slowly. Eventually, you guys harvest a very large heart, a very large whale lung, maybe about 50 pounds of whale fat, as well as you harvest quite cleanly one of the eyeballs of the whale. How do you guys want to try to get this stuff back, though? And Kunlun and Mordain, you could see that their work is successful. You could see them like on the body of the whale now, collecting everything that they harvested. But even you pick up on the fact, Kunlun, that they have no real way to get it back to the ship.
What about the tender?
Can Kunlun steer the ship towards them?
I mean, at risk of running into the whale and damaging the ship, do you want to attempt to come up broadside alongside the whale so that you could just drop ropes down to them? Is that what you want to try to do?
Maybe.
All right. Let's open up the
guidance.
Guidance. Well, I mean, he's got to get there close enough to be able to do that. All right.
At the last second. No.
What? All right, so Mordain, you're gonna have to help Kunlun with this because technically you're the first mate, and Kunlun's gonna provide advantage for you. So Mordain, give me a charisma check, if you would, please.
A charisma check.
Yep.
18.
18, nice. So for Slick and Bungos, you're on the back side of this rotted whale. You're watching as the vessel is now doing almost like a little mini tack into the sharks, and you watch as the vessel comes to a very slow crawl along the side of the whale. The ghostly crew kind of toss down ropes down towards you as you're now able to haul up the remains as well as yourselves back onto the deck of the ship. Mordain, give me another charisma check as to reestablish the course and get yourselves back on schedule.
17? No,
17. 18. Yeah, you have no problems at all with that. You managed to get the ship back on course. And now the surface of the ship has a 50-pound chunk of whale blubber. It also has, this large whale lung, which I have no idea what that would look like, but it's a large organ. You can see its large eye and its large heart muscle.
Big ass heart
as well. Yeah.
Is there
The question
any
is,
ambergris?
the question is, well, ambergris would be the vomit, but
Yeah.
but none of that was technically recovered. But how do you guys want to preserve this stuff? How do you want to keep this stuff preserved to be used? I mean, you get the feeling that this could potentially sell for quite a bit of coin.
I have it. I'll have to change my spells overnight, but I think I have a spell like something to preserve. Let me look.
All I got is Ray of Frost. I like Frost.
Ray of Frost. Like flash freeze it on the deck of the ship.
Just flash freeze it, yeah.
Spare the dying, or something.
I have flame bolt.
Preserve.
That'll cook
It's a
it.
cantrip.
Oh, preserve. Okay, no.
Mornade's over there
preserve
like
it.
cooking a little piece of blubber. It smells great. Just this like this Japanese style, kind of teppin style. Smells awesome.
I have preserve. I'll swap out one of my cantrips, and it's only 5 pounds at a time. So, and it lasts for 12 hours. So I'm going to have to be constantly doing it.
Yeah. The other one I think is what's the other spell?
Gentle Repose or whatever.
Yes, Gentle
Oh.
Repose is the other
Oh.
spell that actually will last up to 10 days if you have that one.
Will that work on a corpse?
Sure, why not? I mean, it'll work on the organic material. I mean, it's a little bit on the creative edge, but I don't see why it shouldn't work.
Do I have? I should have it.
Gentle
But-
Repose is typically, I think, a cleric spell, I believe.
I think so.
Let me look. I've seen it. No, I don't have it.
Yeah. But your little cantrip, just expertly managing that cantrip. And I'd also say with Slick's Ray of Frost, you guys kind of, create this little
Your little
refrigeration
cantrip
unit.
there, you just need a little cantrip. Yeah. You
I
gotta
always
do every time,
say You and Buggo, you and Slick kind of create this like little refrigeration area in the hold of the deck, where you just take some of these old empty crates and you stack them side by side, and Slick uses Ray of Frost on the inside of it, and then you kind of like use the cantrip preserve to help maintain the quality of all the organic matter that you harvested
It's
from
gonna
the
be
whale.
worth the trouble. 'Cause this was a lot of trouble.
We should turn back around and go back and sell it to that other city back there.
Yeah, we should.
Turn back around.
We gotta go back to the drawing board and figure out how to do a goddamn glider. That thing was stupid.
Is the ship still next to the whale?
No, it's already back on its regular course.
Okay.
Unless there was something you wanted to do before leaving.
Yeah, Kudlin tries to see if he can like release the soul of the whale gently, and also like maybe like merge with it during its release to see if it can learn any kind of qualities or any kind of like,
What are we using for your meditative state? What check is that?
wisdom.
Wisdom. Yeah, give me a wisdom check on that one.
Thank God, I thought he was going to go for some whale poop.
Ah, shit. Never mind. Never mind.
What'd you get?
Natural 1.
Yeah,
He
like
did go for whale poop.
so. Like as the ship is alongside the whale carcass, and Slick and Bungo are kind of like getting on board. You take a moment to stare at the whale and you try to connect with it. There's a large kind of popping noise as the second lung kind of releases, and You just watch as the whale carcass just starts to submerge and then disappear into the briny depths. No connection, unfortunately.
Oh, that's pigeon noise. Yeah.
It's pigeon. So, Kunlin, what side of the island would you like to approach Merkmill? Would you like to come in from the north, the south, or are you guys heading just like right to the outskirts of Green Beach?
Well, it's like the Bean Beach is like itself. If I remember correctly, I closed Discord, but it's like on the eastern side of the island.
It's like on its own little island within
Right.
the archipelago. So it's on the eastern side.
So maybe let's see if we can find like a natural I don't know. What do you guys want to do? I mean, I would say maybe let's find a cove, and instead of just like going like right there, not to rouse suspicions, let maybe try to dock somewhere
Not the
else.
pirate averse place, is it?
The Green Beach is not. It's on its own little island away from the rest of the island. The main island in the archipelago is definitely pirate averse.
Maybe we can pretend that we are whale traders, and like, how would they know we're pirates?
Fair point. Deception is key.
Not whale traders, whatever. Whalers, you know.
Wasn't there? I watched the recap from last week or your last session. Didn't the captain say that the red sails was pretty well known or identifiable as the Red Tide?
Yeah, it's a pretty well-known pirate ship. Yeah.
So I mean, just the
Tide's
fact that
been
we've got
missing
red
forever,
sails.
right?
What's that, Bungo?
Well, the red tide's been missing for years and thought it was lost.
That's true. That's
You
true.
don't have to say where the red
So it
tide
could be a balance.
No,
of,
no,
because-
no. I'm saying that's a pretty identifiable.
Yeah.
It could be like we're oil traders that we're the Red Tide 2.0, but we're not pirates. We're oil traders.
We're the red whalers.
We're the Red Whaler.
But do we have like? I mean, the ship is just like the spray from the whale. Like, hit the artery. Anyway, do we have like captain's log or captain's documents or something to identify what we are?
Well, I mean, Zephora like created some fake logs and documents that she ended up giving to that one turtle. So you could always just forge. Somebody could try to forge documents and put together a fake one.
All right, so should we go to the main island of the archipelago or destination and just like sell?
Do we have any backup sails that are not red?
Unfortunately, no.
No.
Too expensive. There was an opportunity to procure those sails, but they run in the thousands of gold to procure new sails. To your earlier point, you're just getting started.
I mean, parking it somewhere where it's going to be safe sounds like a smart idea if the land isn't
Or we
good
could, yeah.
pirates.
But yeah, we're not going to be able to move this shit. It's too heavy.
Well, I
Not
mean, it's
lit-
50
not literally
pound.
park it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a 50-pound kind of slice of blubber. There's the 10-pound chunk of the whale heart, and the 10-pound lung, and the 5-pound eyeball. The question is, do you want to take on the risk of deception and try to sell the parts in a major community of Merkmill, or
I have
sell
a negative
directly
London deception, just so you guys know. So I can't
Green
do any
Beach?
talking.
Are we at Merkmill or Green Beach?
Merkmill is all of the islands are called
Okay.
Merkmill because it's an archipelago. The island of Green Beach, which is signified by the small community that may be on that island, is a good 10 miles east of the main island in the Merc Mill. And that main island is the one that has the two large communities it's an autonomous island that does have some connection to the old kingdom of Amon, but it's mostly an autonomous region. So far, you're going to arrive the next day, and you've not seen any other naval vessels so far, but that will probably change by tomorrow morning.
What do you guys feel about anchoring out pretty far out at night and lowering the sails and then taking the rowboat in with the blubber and heart and shit? Are we at Green Beach? Is that what we're approaching now?
Not yet. You expect to be in that area by tomorrow morning.
Okay. Well, our main goal is to find the bell and the flag.
Correct. And supposedly the figurehead's there in the region of the dunes as well.
Yeah. Let's go for the bell first. And yeah, we can find we have a rowboat, right?
You have a tender, yeah.
Yeah, we could find a secluded spot and then row into the town.
That works.
Reasonable.
So before tomorrow morning happens, is there any last minute thing anybody wants to do as you're now getting close to the Merc Mill?
I'm hiding that sword really fucking good. I'm like gonna put it where I found the eye patch.
Gotcha. Give me you give me stealth or deception. That'll be the DC for someone to figure out where it is.
Deception.
7. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
You put it in a spot that looks pretty good. You're hoping that no one will find it.
Yeah. I didn't know it was there.
Most people's passive perception are above 7. Like,
Exactly.
oh man, dude.
Well, it is what it is.
He puts it in a
Wrap it up
footlocker and
and
puts a big
laugh
sign
and-
on the footlocker, "Don't look here." Nothing to see here. Oh man. Alright, so we're taking all the whale stuff on the tender and rowing that to shore to the town.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the question becomes, which town are you attempting to visit? So right now it's the morning of the final day, and you're amongst the Merkmill Archipelago Islands. You can see quite plainly a much smaller island on the eastern entrance in between the bay area of the eastern side of the island. That particular island appears to have an old abandoned fortress on it. And it's an incredibly small island, probably only 1 or 2 square miles in size. The remaining Merkmill Islands are spread north to south over about 50 to 75 miles from north to south. There's the large town of Palefield, and then there's another town called Daggerfell. Those are the 2 towns that are on the main island, which would be the Merkmill, the island of Merkmill.
Green Beach first, I think.
I know. First mate, let's go. Start making some snap decisions here.
You rushing the ocean, the tide comes.
Yes,
and
I'm rushing the
it
action. Where are we going?
goes. And if you fuck with it, it takes you in.
I just spent an hour carrying blubber and fat. I'm tired and I'm cranky. Where are we going?
That way.
Hey, which way is that way?
That way, he just the finger down to make look down.
Oh my god, I think I'm gonna go into the cabin with Sephora, for God's sake. I can't. Jeez.
You guys are now about maybe a half mile off the coast of the Green Beach Island. Everyone give me perception checks as you examine the fortress and the overall condition of the island.
21.
22.
22. 21, 22.
I'm 18, not 12.
12,
Bungo.
or 18. Bungo, what'd you get?
12.
12. It looks like an old fort that maybe used to defend this area. It looks very abandoned, very run down. The island itself looks mostly deserted. There is maybe a square mile of jungle around a cliff base of the island. You hear the anchor get released into the water as the crew kind of stabilizes the ship. The tender is put over the edge of the railing. Are you guys going to go and check out the island?
Colin, you wanted to
Where the
test out
bell
those
is.
trip shots or whatever? This is probably a good time to test out those trip shops. It's abandoned over there, so no one's over there.
It's true.
Who? What?
When we were
Are you
buying
talking to me?
No. Coolman.
Talking to Kunlun.
Got it.
Sorry, what's that?
Said if you wanted to test out the new weaponry we got, that's pretty abandoned over there.
Well, let's first make sure there's nobody there, really. You don't want to get cursed by something else.
By something else. I mean, we already got one curse. What's the big deal with two curses?
What's the big deal with this curses? Just lay it on us.
Alright, show yourself. Let's go.
The tender
Right.
lowers into the water. Everyone piles into it. And Kunlun rows the tender away from the edge of the ship. You guys are getting closer to the nearby island beach. This place feels strange. Like, the closer you get, you're not seeing any, like you would expect to see birds. You'd expect to see kind of like general jungle wildlife kind of flourishing and being like visible. You kind of look over the edge of the water or over the edge of the railing down into the water. Everybody's passive perception would be high enough to know that you could see the remains of ships underneath you. It's a kind of a pretty deep kind of 50 to 100 foot section of reef that you guys are currently rowing the tender through to avoid the different rocks and the different shoals that you're coming near.
Can Milo see into the water clear with his eye patch? Or does he not have it on?
I don't know. Does he have it on?
I do not.
Oh, never mind.
But is it even with us? I don't think I had it last count.
Oh.
I
Well,
think
who has
Mordine
the eye?
got it.
Mordain has the eye patch.
I believe so.
Okay.
Oh. Morden just got everything.
Mordain's like, I've got the eye patch.
Never mind. Okay.
Oh fuck! I have the eye patch and I look.
As you put the eye patch on and you begin to look into the water, you can see at least 3 separate vessels that have shipwrecked on this reef that are kind of scattered across the reef. Give me investigation, Mungo. with advantage, I believe, because of the eye patch, correct?
I do not know. 17 and 16.
17 and 16.
And I'll
There-
pass the eye on to everybody else. Take a look.
Yeah. Slick just looks at it and like wipes the eye sweat off of it.
Yeah.
Passes it
Yes,
on.
I got my own goggles. Thank you, now.
But what about community? And we're being in this together.
We're pirates, damn it. Doesn't anybody realize we're pirates? Don't you know what
No.
that means?
We're whalers. We're
We're
whalers.
Whalers? What the fuck is a whaler?
It's a large fish sandwich at Burger King, but they had to change the name.
It made him break character.
There, the other thing you guys begin to notice is that there's no fish life. There's no there's just no life here. There's no fish. There's no birds. You feel the tender kind of grind on the beach and gravel shore. There is a remains of a campsite here.
Toadla, are you feeling anything on your wonky donkey scale there?
Kunlin's wonky donkey.
Spiritual
Cool.
scale, whatever his.
Yeah,
his-
Kunlun tries to like
does
sit-
that
sit
woo thing
down
with
and
his
tries to-
mind.
Yeah, he tries to see if there's like something that he can like get like first like general big vibes. The tragedy that happened here, was there something good that happened here? Was there like sorcery? Was there like
Give me a wisdom check as you project your inner self out onto the beach of the island and up towards the fortress that sits above the jungle canopy, just maybe 1,000 feet beyond.
19?
19. It's the absence of life that's so loud. That's the weird thing. It's the total absence of life. The plants are all fine. Everything here feels like there should be thriving life here. But no sense of connection, no sense of anything for your mind to latch onto and get a feel for the place.
Send crackers out on a sweep of the island.
Crackers flies up into the air, begins to arc out over the island, circle over. A few minutes, Crackers comes back. Nothing. No people, no life, no nothing. Just this abandoned campsite on the beach, a trail that cuts into the jungle, a back and forth trail that goes up the side of the cliff, directly into the abandoned fortress itself.
Oh, let's go check out the fortress.
Let's go check out the fortress.
I think they moved out. I think we'd been here before.
I feel like half the party almost died in a situation like this one.
Yes. Uh-huh. Wild magic was our savior.
Oh, now we're talking about the one shot.
Yeah.
Wild magic.
No, the temple of that you guys all went in and had all that psychic damage.
Oh, back
Yeah,
at
they
the
went
island of
down.
knowledge.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
The island
Except
of the
that
Freaky Lip.
felt a lot darker. This just feels absent. This just feels empty. It doesn't necessarily feel as evil as that temple did back on the island of knowledge.
Oh, okay.
Well, no one's home. I guess finders keepers, whatever we find, right? Here we go.
Yep, let's go look.
So with Slick, excuse me, with Slick leading the way, Bungo close behind,
He's
begin to
wild.
following the jungle trail. Mordain and Kunlun, do you guys follow Slick and Bungo at this point?
Yep.
Okay. Once you get into the jungle itself, the trail is pretty well established. You see it almost immediately, like 100 feet into the trail, you see your first skeleton. It's kind of lying on the ground, kind of in a halfway motion, like it's reaching for something. Its bones picked clean. Looks like it's been here for quite a while. No sign of any equipment, just this skeleton lying on the ground. A few feet up, you see another one, kind of like leaning up against a tree. Its skeletal form kind of like this. Then there's another and another. So far, this trail is littered with skeletons.
Fine.
What's that, Bung?
It's a good sign. They all died of boredom a long time ago.
Is there a way to check if there are any like necromancy spells or something like that?
Give me an Arcana check, see if you notice anything unusual that might be spell related.
I'm probably gonna ask Mordain to do that.
What are you looking for?
Well, does this have any unholy? Any more of the creative kind of magic, the one that makes dead people animate?
I'm gonna grab it, take a look to see if it does have the magic creepy crap up there he's talking about.
Yeah, you give me an Arcana check.
That is a 12.
12.
Yeah.
These skeletons don't really show any sign of what killed them. There doesn't appear to be any magic involved. They just seem to be skeletons that collapsed where they were, and over time that they just kind of decayed into their remains.
We proceed
Share
very
that.
carefully.
Nothing to worry about.
Yeah, I'm sure whatever happened a long time ago, right?
Yeah.
We're safe.
The trail continues and continues. About halfway into the trail, you can see that the trail kind of continues on until it starts to climb up the cliffside towards the trail that will eventually take you up towards the fortress. Still nothing. Finally, the skeletons just are no longer, there are no more. You look back, they're still behind you, but you don't come across any new skeletons. You come out of the jungle, and you're now at the base of the cliff. Looking up, you can see the fortress walls are very kind of crumbled and kind of old and decayed. You would expect to just see local birds kind of flourishing off these walls, but nothing. No insects either, no animals, no sea creatures, nothing that would, seabirds, nothing that should be here is here. But there's no real sense of any kind of of power. It's just, once again, that empty feeling, like nothing lived here, or nothing can live here. You guys come out of the jungle and begin to do that slow climb up the path. It's not a very well-kept path. It's maybe 3 feet wide, rubble strewn with gravel. The footing is manageable, but precarious at certain points. First 50 feet, then 100 feet, 200 feet, and about the 250-foot mark, halfway up the 500-foot cliff that jets up entirely out of the jungle canopy, you find an outcropping of rock, a cave entrance that's been maybe weathered or carved out of the side of the cliff. And you see the remains of about a dozen skeletons, all heaped up into a pile on the inside of this kind of like cavernous entrance. Feels like a cave, but slightly larger. And there's a bit of an echo. You can hear your voices and your breathing. But you guys are standing at the edge of the entrance. The trail continues on up further into the cliffs, except for this one location that seems to have about a dozen or so skeletal bodies, just all heaped on top of each other.
Without entering it, does it look like the skeletons have been gnawed on?
Give me a medicine check, Bungo, from this distance.
11.
11. The bones look to be solidly polished. No signs of any damage to the bones at all, and they kind of have a very shiny kind of gleam to them.
Acid?
No, acid would leave behind pits. This feels like something. This feels like these bones have been polished to a shine.
Is there any kind of monster that would do that by eating? Like, I know owls spit up bones, like a big giant owl something.
But are the skeletons still intact, or they're just individual bones?
The skeletons are surprisingly intact. They're just kind of heaped into a pile. No signs of any equipment or anything that they would have had on them. And from your perspective, Bungo, give me a nature check as you try to figure out what kind of creature might be capable of doing this.
10.
10?
Yeah.
You're unsure. There are quite a few creatures that could be capable of many things like this, but this feels both kind of, if it was a creature that did it, it is not a normal creature of nature. That much you definitely get from looking at these bones. Or you could go into the cave and make a closer inspection.
Crackers can go into the cave and make a closer inspection.
Crackers,
the bird!
right? Crackers flies into the cave, starts looking around. Crackers has a stat block, right?
I think so.
Give me a perception check. If he doesn't have a perception skill, you just give me a simple wisdom check for him.
I don't know where to look for it.
Is it on your character sheet?
This has come up before, and I don't remember what I did.
I think it's the companion section of the character sheet.
Be under extras, and then manage extras. You should be able to do familiar and the drop-down menu, and then find it there.
Familiar. Okay. And it's just a Fey, right?
Correct.
Nothing's coming up when I type Fey.
I don't think it should come up. I think it should just already be in a pre-populated list, right?
Parrot.
Not.
Try parrot.
Yeah, because you originally said Crackers was a parrot creature, but Fey origin, I believe.
Yeah. And nope, nothing for parrot.
Try bird. I don't
Leave it to Bung. Leave it to Bill. So, like, I remember it worked before, but I can't remember how to work it now.
No, I thought you. No, I thought you gave me something and I printed it or something.
I don't think so. I think we just went off of your companion.
All right. So you go to extras, manage extras. Under category, pet, maybe.
Or summoned, maybe.
Summon could work, maybe too. Familiar. Beast companion. Parrot. No.
Well, just give me, since I know it's a familiar, we could go with owl as a base stat. So just give me a D20 with a +3. You'll have to figure this out later.
Yeah.
5.
5.
So no.
Yeah, Crackers swoops in, circles the interior. The only thing he can tell you when he comes back out is that it's not a cave that continues on. It's a it's just this large hollowed out section of the cliff face. So he didn't see any exit, just the entrance that he flew through. And he didn't really see any creatures either. The ceiling of this carved out section of the cave is maybe 20 feet tall. So you get the feeling it's almost like a shelter, like this weathered spot on the cliff that these people maybe have taken shelter in. But their bodies, the way the skeletons are positioned, is probably the only awkward part of it.
Are there maybe enough skeletons to account for the entire crew of the ship?
Well, you saw 3 ships that were 3 shipwrecks in the bay when you
No,
were
I meant
coming
our
into the
ship.
beach. Oh, for your ship?
Yeah, maybe these are the skeletal remains of the crew, the original crew.
I mean, doing the math between the skeletons on the path and the skeletons that you see gathered here, it's roughly a crew of 40. Yeah, it would match in numeration
And
of
if we're
the
looking for
ghostly
the
crew.
bell, if we're looking for the bell, maybe that's I don't know. So I share my insights with you guys. Don't know if it's real, but that's just where my brain went.
I mean, it's pretty logical. Makes sense.
Huh. Interesting. Interesting.
Fascinating.
Interesting. Shall we continue on?
Excelsior.
Excelsior.
I love this.
You got him. You got him.
So you guys continuing up the trail or heading into the cavern to see if there's more here?
Let's take 10 minutes in the cavern.
Okay.
Let's
A
do
check for
short-
traps. A check for traps.
Yeah. You check for traps. The
Slick,
floor up. Oh, wait.
Slick, give me investigation as you get to the threshold of the entrance and you start kind of poking around, see if there's any traps.
Ooh, 23.
23. At first, the sand and gravel of the entrance of the cavern feels pretty normal, like a rocky kind of pebbly texture to it. No obvious traps or anything. But as you get closer to the skeletons, there's a kind of a sandy floor in this area that doesn't make a lot of sense. There's a kind of strange gelatinous liquid near the edge of the sand that's kind of sticky. You watch as it recoils from you into the sand as it notices you noticing it.
We got something. We got something. I don't know if I would say intelligent. We got something moving around in here.
That's just my friend Phil.
Let's.
Uh huh.
What did it,
That's just your
what
friend.
did it
What?
look like? What did it look like?
Gooey, slimy, like pudding, or Jello.
Gelatinous cube. would
And
be-
it was like
like
it was
that?
translucent.
Oh, translucent, like clear Jello.
would a gelatinous cube.
Wait,
be
maybe that's
behind clothes
Bob.
like that.
It's
Who the hell's-
possible.
Who's Bob?
My other friend. I thought it was Phil, but now it sounds like Bob.
Oh, yeah, that's totally Bob. Why don't you go in first and go say hello to him?
Okay.
Mornay walks like right past you, Slick, and like steps onto the sand and disappears.
Oh,
And the sand that he steps on kind of undulates a bit, and Mordain is now gone.
okay, guys, let's head back. Let's continue forward.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Okay. Who's got a stick? Or a staff, or a bow, or something? It feels like it's sinking sand. Am I feeling like it's sinking sand? Is that kind of, or is it more magical than?
I'm gonna shoot.
It felt like sinking sand. Like he stepped, and there was like a glug noise, and just whoop, and the surface of the sand kind of undulated like a gelatinous water.
I'm gonna poke the sand with a femur.
All the bones are sitting in the middle of the sand.
Oh well, then no, I'm not.
That's why I said get it
I
like
am
a
going
stick
to.
or something.
I'm going to shoot the sand not where Mordain went down, but a couple of feet away with Ray of Frost.
So you stand back. Ray of Frost is a spell or a cantrip?
Cantrip.
Cantrip. You stand back, put out your hands. Ray of Frost arcs out. I believe it's a roll to hit, right?
I'm assuming.
Spell attack roll.
Okay, just a D20 plus 6.
Okay, go for it.
15.
15. Definitely hit the creature in the sand, so give me a damage roll. 2. So as you hit it, you do just enough damage that the surface of the sand suddenly kind of like burbles open, and you watch as Mordain reappears, but he's kind of spat out of the sand and tumbles about 10 feet in the air and lands. And he is just covered with this weird mucus gelatinous gloop all over his body. Mordain, take 21 points of acid damage, if you would, please.
So, Bob wasn't too. He didn't like you, did he?
I forgot. That was Pomina, Bob's ex-girlfriend. That was a bad idea.
Is there non-gelatinous sand available?
Give me investigation as you examine the cavern floor.
Well, I'm just doing a quick look around to start throwing shit on Mordain to get the acid off.
Oh, yeah, give me perception check on that then.
20.
20. Yeah, there's scoops of pebble and sand. You just kind of throw it onto Mordain and kind of start, using the sand to clean him off so he doesn't take any more acid damage.
Yeah. Well, I can heal you, but it's magic. We know how that goes.
And that just makes it more fun.
Do it.
I need more studies. So I can make that contraption for you.
Okay, I'm gonna try a low level one. Here we go.
Take my notebook out. I'm eager to see what happens.
Oh fuck! 3 plus 6. 9.
9?
Oh
For
no!
level 1. Yeah.
And you are nature magic, right?
I was casting healing word for druid. Yeah, and I rolled
Yeah.
an 81, so maybe it's good.
Wild magic nature surge. What'd you roll?
81.
81. Nature step. Vines begin to form around you, and for the next 10 minutes, you gain an additional 30 feet of climb speed. You also gain advantage on stealth checks.
Did the spell go off or no?
Spell did not go off, unfortunately.
Gotcha. Want me to try again?
I mean, this is quite fascinating. Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Okay.
Like Slick,
Here we
you go
go.
over and you cut a piece of the vine off and put it like into a little leather pouch and tuck it into one of your many pockets.
Stand back.
So now you have another portion of nature magic, Slick.
Sweet, nice.
Stand back, everyone.
Standing back.
16.
Morning is closer.
Yeah, Morning gets a little closer.
Now
16.
step back
The
the
spell goes off. Your casting spell goes off. Go ahead and roll for healing.
12.
So you get 12 hit points back, Mordain.
Yay. Hey, that's great.
So you've got more movement, and you've got advantage on stealth checks. Could you use that advantage to stealthily get across?
I could. I could probably just go straight up the cliff and peek into the windows of the
Yeah, it's gonna last 10 minutes too.
What's
so yeah,
more-
you could.
What's your acrobatics?
shit. My
Okay.
acrobatics are shit. Yes.
Maybe I should do that.
Technically, for climbing the cliffs, I mean, I'll give you acrobatics or athletics. If someone helps you,
Yeah, maybe Kunlun will like go with him and
okay.
like put little like whatever knocking nails and ropes and supports and stuff
Little
for him.
pittons and ropes and stuff. Yeah.
Or we could just keep following the trail, right?
For that.
Either or, yeah.
Wasn't Mordain? He's inside because he got spit out the other side, right? So he's
Well, no, there's no throughput. He just got spat back out the direction he came from.
Oh, I thought he went the other.
This is like a little dead end, like sheltered cabin, like a cave.
Oh.
It doesn't feel like it goes anywhere, but you guys standing in front of the shelter see that the pathway continues on towards up the cliff. So another,
Oh,
you
well,
know,
if it's a
200.
dead end, yeah, let's keep going up then.
Yeah, let's keep going up.
Okay,
Just if anyone falls, I might be able to catch him.
that's true. So over the course of the next 10 minutes, Bungo, with your magical kind of boost of what occurred with your wild magic, it actually makes travel a lot easier. Every now and then someone slips and a vine shoots out and grabs them and pulls them back in. But once again, whatever that creature was that was in that cave was the only like living thing that you've run into so far. You suspect it was probably a gelatinous cube that was in the subterranean sand, like laying in wait for people. So far, that's the only thing you guys have seen. This remaining 250-foot journey up the cliff face to reach the edge of the fortress. You make it up to the edge, and you guys kind of all crawl off the trail and onto the rocky outcropping that supports the base of the fortress. A lot of the fortress walls have kind of collapsed in on themselves. There's at least one main tower that makes up the center of the fortress, and then this larger wall that arcs towards the backside of the fortress. You could actually see the remains of a camp built at the edge of this fortress. Looks like maybe half a dozen people would have been here, but the camp feels more recent than the skeletons. While the skeletons felt like that maybe happened a long time ago, this is now the second camp that you've stumbled across that maybe linked to people arriving and checking out the island, possibly. You can actually see ropes hanging off the old ruined walls. You could see like what looks to be like a gurney or scaffold gurney that you could just sit on and haul things up and down towards the top of the wall. But it's quiet. There's no sound of anyone working. There's no sound of anyone doing anything. Just the wind breezing by all of you, rustling through the palm trees, the jungle trees kind of swaying in the background, the whistle of the wind coursing through the stony works of the ruin, but still no signs of life yet. The fortress wall is about 25 feet tall.
Is it possible that a gelatinous cube could completely depopulate an island this size?
Give me a nature check on that one, Bungo.
21.
I mean, if it can lay hidden, if it can keep from being found, it's possible. But you get the feeling that while it's possible, it may not be probable.
Okay. Is it possible that it has like a mycelial thing going on where it's spread out all across the substrate of the island?
If it does, it's not anything you've ever heard of. The
Okay.
Latinus cubes are more magical ambush predators. They're a byproduct of magic. They are living creatures, but they are evolved from magic, which tells you either someone on this island at some point practiced some powerful magic that brought it into existence, or it was put here to prevent people from making their way up towards the fortress, or possibly put here to prevent people from leaving the fortress as well. There's definitely something going on here.
Yeah.
Currently, you guys are at the base of the wall of the fortress. There are rocks and footfalls that could take you up towards the collapsed section of the fortress, or there's already hanging ropes that you could use to make your way up towards the top of the fortress wall itself.
Does anyone have any access to any scrying type spell that would let us locate an object?
Ooh. Ooh. No, I just have identify. Not scrying. But Kunlun has his mental.
I have detect magic.
Yeah, Kunlun can try to sit down and do like another meditation session.
Mordain, you can ritually cast detect magic, I believe, correct?
I'm gonna ritually cast detect magic.
Yeah, with Mordain and Kunlun kind of taking a moment here to Kunlun to do your mental focus on the area, and with Mordain bringing up detect magic. Kunlun, give me a wisdom check, if you would, please.
$23.
23. Mordain, your detect magic pings with a very kind of large scale illusionary magic kind of detection. It permeates this part of the island. It gets stronger towards the center of the fortress. Kunlun, your mind kind of hovers and begins to focus in on the interior of the fortress. The interior of the fortress is hollowed out, and through your mind's eye, the interior of the fortress, there are dozens of like rocky podiums or rocky purchases, and on each of them is a bell of different types. Some are copper, some are brass, some are made with a wood frame, some are made with a metal frame. There's dozens of bells inside a hollowed out section of this fortress on the other side of the wall. And Mordain has detected the beginning of illusionary magic. What would you guys like to do?
Sorry, so Kunlun's meditation led to what? Any
On the other side of the wall, you've detected dozens of maritime bells on different purchases within a hollowed out section of the fortress.
dozens of bells?
Yep.
Thinking
Of
the
various
other-
makes, various
Ask-
shapes, various kinds of bells that would be used on ships.
Choose wisely.
Can any of the ship spirits leave the ship or no?
As far as you know, they can't. And Mordain's detect magic would have detected the School of Illusionary Magic in the area.
So maybe some of them are illusions.
I'm just gonna go to the center one and grab the center one.
Well, Kunlun tries to use his astral
You guys are
arm.
still on the other side of the wall, so you'd have to
Yeah.
climb the wall to get into the interior of the fortress.
And do you share what you guys see?
Yeah, Kunlun tries to climb just to the top of the wall and look over, see if there's
Okay.
anything.
So you guys watch as Kunlun scales up the wall. Give me athletics or acrobatics, Kunlun. There's a rope if you want to use it. That'll give you advantage.
Yeah, I'll use the rope.
Okay.
It's 17.
Yeah, you're good. You quickly scale the 25-foot wall, get to the top. As you look over the wall, there is a hollowed out series of it looks like a giant pit that's been hollowed out inside the fortress. And sitting on all these little rocky precipices are these maritime bells in various different shapes and styles. And there's gaps between them, these empty gaps between them. It's strange. It looks like some kind of ritual, maybe, or some kind of trophy. Like someone kept trophies here. It definitely looks out of place. But there's, with Mordane's sense of illusionary magic, there's definitely magic involved here.
Am I Ghostwise picking up anything?
What's your passive insight, Bungo?
16.
16. I would say with that passive insight, you get the feeling that a very powerful magic effect has occurred here originally, and now the remains of that magical effect are kind of lingering.
Hey guys, we're in the afterglow of a powerful magical thing that happened a while ago. With the one-handed bard's recitation and our interactions with our ritual that we did to try to connect with the ship, did any of us get a view of what the bell looks like?
I kind of get the feeling that it was Kunlun that got the best vantage point of the bell.
Probably.
It is a medium-sized bell, brass with the name Red Tide along the edge of the bell, and then it sits in like a wooden frame.
It's like that scene from Indiana Jones when they pick the Grail.
Yeah.
Yeah, but bigger, a little bit more expansive, a lot more. I wouldn't say not as many cups, so like maybe a couple dozen bells that you can see. Since you are focused on that, Kunlun, give me a perception or investigation check.
Shit. 9.
9. Yeah, it's being so far away, you feel like you'd have to get closer and get into the area itself to get a better feel for what might be going on. It's like, are you climbing and then heading for the center?
He just clicks his heels, activates some jet boots, and casts fly. And flies.
Oh, you
over
cast fly? Fly's a spell, right?
there.
Give me a casting roll.
Uh-oh. Stand back!
Yeah.
It's gonna be like
Plus
Iron Man
our
level.
spell attack, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
spell attack modifier.
Oh fuck, that's a 9.
This group has the most fun with wild magic. Give me a D100. And you're arcane.
You just see him he starts to go up, and then all of a sudden it a pew pew pew, and then he starts going around and it's like,
I'm seeing Iron Man.
Oh, I
run.
didn't I forgot to recharge you from last time. Shoot! Ah!
D100.
No, it's even worse than that. You do that like that motion like you want to fly, and it just doesn't activate.
It just sputters. Put, 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 put. And you're like. All right, I got a 21.
21. It's a little low on the totem pole.
Yeah, it is. I want. Shit. I turned into a block of cheese.
For the next hour, you are under the effect of Dead Magic Pulse. A 20-foot radius sphere around you is now anti-magic for the next hour.
Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. Just walk in there, dude. You'll null everything, and there it is.
But
Let's
none
go.
of my contraptions will work.
You don't need them.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna climb up the rope then. Once I realize what it is, I'm gonna climb because all my gadgets are shut down.
climbs with him.
Well, you're already at the top of the wall because remember you climbed to look over. Slick, give me acrobatics or athletics, and we'll say Kunlin's holding the rope, so you can have advantage as you scale up the wall.
18.
18. You quickly scurry up the wall. Mordain and Mungo, what are the two of you doing? Both Slick and Kunlin are at the top.
Is my
I will
vines
follow
thing
from a
still
safe
going?
distance. 25 feet, because it was 20 feet the radius, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like you kind of do that. You know how when someone farts in front of you, you kind of sidestep away? Mordain kind of does that to Slick because your detect magic's up. So you know exactly how far away you need to stay away from Slick. Because as soon as you get far enough away, your detect magic comes back to you.
Perfect.
And you start scaling up the rope. Give me athletics and acrobatics. Because there's
Oh,
multiple ropes hanging off of the walls.
That's an 11.
DC's a 10 with a rope, so it's not too bad. You scale up. You struggle a couple times, but you make it your way up to the top of the wall. A little bit, like 10 feet, to the right of Slick. Kunlin, is Slick, is on the edge of the wall with you. You just get this feeling that anything magical about you just dissipates. Your magical awareness, your presence, your little, if you have any magical charms, it all
Most
just kind of
stuff is not Arcana based. It's
yeah,
its own school of.
yeah. If you have anything magical on you, then it would be muted at this point. Bungo, what are you doing?
Are my vines things still going?
The journey up to this point. No, I'd say at the end of that 10 minutes, they kind of the magical effect dissipates.
Okay, I'm gonna tie a rope around my waist and say, "Pull me up."
Yeah, I am a 4-foot goblin with a strength of 10, so no.
Kunlun, pull me up, Kunlun,
Kunlun pulls him up.
please.
Give me a strength check as you begin
Jeez.
to haul Bungo up.
Jeez. 9.
A flat 9.
Yep.
Bungo's kind of heavy for a little guy. You're kind of pulling him up, and about halfway up the 25-foot height of the wall, the rope kind of slips out of your hands. Bungo, you come kind of just feel gravity just pull you down back towards the bottom, and you bounce off the bottom as you take 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ow!
The wind kind of whooshes out of your lungs.
I broke something. I pull out a broken carrot. Oh,
Kind of looking up at Kunlin.
I'll try it again.
Oh my god. This time
How
I'll help you.
How about you tie this rope around you and I will just pull you up?
That's exactly what he did.
What he did.
No fail.
Oh, I didn't know. Now it will be better.
Got it. Thank you. You thought I was climbing. Appreciate it.
Knowledge is half the battle. Knowledge is half the battle.
Wait, is
Now
it,
we'll put
is,
it
is it
back
strength
into it.
save or strength check?
Give me another strength check.
Can you get advantage? I'll get in behind him and try
It's
to
9.
I'll
No.
say you have advantage because Slick is helping you, so you
I'm
can
not
roll
doing very
again.
good helping, but I'm trying my best.
16.
16. So he almost lets go of Bungo again, But the last minute, Slick, you kind of grab onto the belt or the sash around Kunlin's waist, and you kind of steady him and pull him backwards. And that leverage brings Bungo up that last 10 feet onto the top of the wall. Bungo, as you kind of like land next to Slick, anything magical on you just kind of dissipates.
Yep. Oh, damn. Thanks. Ooh, ouch. Okay, are the ropes going down onto the inside too?
Yes, they are.
Oh man!
All right, let's go
Okay.
down.
God damn it!
Give me athletics or acrobatics with advantage because of the ropes as you guys all climb down into the interior of the fortress.
I got a 9.
Oh,
Nice.
19. I'm not even going to roll again.
Kunlin, Mordain,
What are we? Sorry, what are we checking?
climbing down into the fortress.
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics or athletics, your choice.
15.
Woo, dirty 20. Actually, it's a
So-
natural 20. I have 0.
So Kunlin, Bungo, and Mordain all kind of lower themselves with the ropes down into the interior. Slick does the classic, starts lowering himself down, and he's like, ah! He just screams as the ropes burn
This
through
is
his
not
fingers,
my day. This is
and he
not my
just
day.
boom, 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 like just bounces in amongst the three of you. But you'll take 3 points of bludgeoning damage, Slick, as you land on the ground. But as that 20-foot sphere of anti-magic that surrounds you lands into the interior, the illusion is immediately dissipated. All the bells, everything is gone. And in the center of the area where you guys saw everything is this stone pillar that's about 2 feet tall and maybe 3 feet around. And on the top of that stone pillar is what looks to be a hammer, a chisel, and like a little stone tablet on there as well.
You guys got this. I give up. I'm going over here in the corner. I'm sick and tired of failing and everything. My face hurts. Ow.
He realigns his broken nose.
Is there anything written on the tablet?
I mean, you're 10 feet away from it.
I walk up towards the tablet.
Kind of walk through the space between you and the tablet. You approach the pillar that it sits on. The tablet appears to be blank. The hammer and chisel are made out of what looks like fine metals, like they could be magical.
I'm sure they are. Or they were. Thanks, Slick.
Yeah, sure. My health insurance premium's gonna go up after this. Jeez.
What would you guys like to do?
Is there anything?
Nothing.
Number?
I'm sitting here
Or the
doing nothing.
chisel?
Say that again, Bungo.
Is there anything written on the hammer or the chisel? Is there any writing anywhere?
Give me either Arcana investigation or investigation as you examine the hammer and the chisel.
Oh, my Arcana's not bad. Damn it! It was a 20. 6.
There is some writing. They look to be magical glyphs that are on both the hammer and chisel, but you're not sure what they mean.
Hey, Mordain, come here and look at this.
Okay.
There's some glyphs here, but I can't figure out what they're saying.
I love how Mordain just casually walks into danger now. It's just so epic.
No. Just
Now?
he lives or dies.
He was like that before.
That's true. That's true. But right after, I mean, he did get swallowed by a gelatinous cube. So I'm just saying. So yeah, Mordain, you kind of cross the empty space over to stand next to Bungo. Give me an Arcana check as you look at the chisel and the hammer and the little stone tablet that's on the podium.
Guidance. Guidance. Guidance.
What'd you get, Morday?
16.
You can use a D4 for guidance too if you want to try to get a higher roll.
That's a 1.
So
What's
17.
17.
Okay. Actually, guidance wouldn't work. It's a 16 because of Slick.
You're right.
So Morday, as you still at the arcanic glyphs on the hammer and chisel, your detect magic is not working either because of the proximity that Slick is to this part of the hollowed out entrance of the fortress. You do recognize the writing, the arcanic writing. This is a tablet of reveal. The intent is to use the hammer and chisel as components on the tablet, and whatever's on the tablet would reveal something.
Okay.
But currently no magic is working for the next 30 minutes because of Slick's wild magic effect.
If Slick stands back, is he within 20 feet of the thing?
I mean, he's down at the base of the wall, and the entire diameter of the hollowed out area is about 10 feet. He'd have to climb back up the wall and
do some
or
cooking.
you guys could just
get some food
wait
out,
the half hour.
Just wait it. Yeah, we'll just wait this out.
Okay, I'm gonna take a nap.
Let's take a short rest.
So you guys could.
Are there more areas to the tower other than the area we're in that we can get to right now?
You could scrabble around the area of the hollowed out area that you're in, and then climb up out of the pit and into the rest of the interior of the fortress. You could see the main tower is further behind where you currently are.
Okay, I was just thinking we could easily wander around with your null magic, but it sounds like an effort to get anywhere.
I already got my blanket out, ready for my short rest. As we're saying that.
We can carry you around, like in front of us.
Slick has his shelter blanket out.
Hey,
What was that, Bucko? Sorry. What? What? Good night. Okay,
no.
good night.
Yep. Good night.
I just
What
failed.
were you gonna say,
3 major
Kunlun?
things in a row. Like I'm done.
well, I was gonna ask Slick if it's possible to try to isolate this no magic effect later, and maybe have it as some sort of controllable talisman where somebody can turn it on, and suddenly there's no magic radius sphere.
Anti-magic grenades.
Or that too. That'd be cool.
Anti-magic gun.
Well, when my gadgets start working again, I can totally get rid of that. 30 minutes.
And he sucks down. He's done. He's not gonna talk to anybody else.
Slick. Slick,
He
are
wants
you
to-
sleep yet?
He wants
Are you asleep yet?
Nope. I'm gone. He's done.
Morning,
Slick,
Slick
with
comes up.
your
Sweet dreams.
Slick, what's your passive insight?
God, I hate this crew sometimes.
Passive insight.
Yeah.
11.
I mean, I put it as a DC 10 as a basic check. You get the feeling that if you want to research this wild magic effect, you're going to have to take some kind of sample off of you, either your equipment, your physical body, hair, snippet of skin.
I'll take some sweat from all this perspiring of falling.
Yeah, you dab some cloth on your sweat and kind of wring it out into a small little collection vial that you have. There's a little couple droplets of sweat in there.
Okay, and then he pulls himself cover over
Yeah,
himself.
go to sleep.
What did you label the bottle?
What did I put in the bottle?
No, what did you label it? Like Slick's anti-magic sweat?
No, I just put it with my contraptions. My mind is a steel trap. I know what all my little gadgets do. I don't need a labeling system.
Says the squirrel
Stop
bird.
talking to me. I'm going to sleep.
He done.
I cast sleep. Oh no.
Are you kidding?
That doesn't work.
Kudlun like sits next to Sleek and like pulls out his flute and just like starts.
Hot cross bun.
All right, D6 inspiration for that one, Kudlin. That was epic. That was epic.
I meant what I just said. I really hate this group sometimes.
You guys hear a familiar female voice looking down from the top of the wall, and you see Zephora. What are you guys doing? You watch as she grabs onto the rope, rappels down into the pit. Sees Slick arguing with everyone. Kudlin's like playing his instrument. Mordain and Bungo keep teasing Slick. Zephora like crosses her arms. Well, what's going on? What are we doing?
There's a cave with powerful magic items down below. It's over by all of the polished bones.
Nice try,
An
Bungo.
experiment. What
Let's
happens if Slick doesn't get sleep?
Oh, well, that's
That works.
easy. You watch as Zephora goes over and just keeps kicking the bottom of Slick's feet. And Zephora, are you awake yet? Are you awake yet? Are you awake yet? Are you awake
I
yet?
take my pistol
You
out
like-
and I shoot Sephora. I shoot Sephora. I shoot. Fuck
Go
this.
for it. Take the
Shoot
shot.
Zephora.
Yeah, take the shot.
No, I
With your
it's my-
magic
it-
gun.
I take my sling. I take my sling out and I slingshot him.
Yeah, go for it. Slingshot
damn
her.
it. Slingshot her. That was an 8. That's not gonna work.
Yeah, it like flies right by her head. She's like,
That was
Just
a warning
kidding.
shot.
just kidding, Slick.
Go.
Just kidding, Slick. Why are you so emotional all the time? Everything's gonna be
feel-
just fine.
I fell 3 times. I've got this anti-magic thing. It's just that I just let me sleep.
So as everyone begins to mill around to allow Slick to have a short rest to wear off the anti-magic effect, Slick, you wake up 30 minutes later from your nap, and everyone's either playing they're either talking to each other or playing their instrument or something. But as soon as your anti-magic effect wears off, the illusion reappears. And unfortunately, you guys are all standing in the area where the illusion reappears. And as that illusion begins to wash over you, you watch as there's this kind of loud cracking noise. And in the center of the illusion, you watch as the ground begins to kind of like explode open and crack open. You can feel the ground underneath your feet kind of tremble. The entirety of the illusion fades. Did anybody have the notion of grabbing the 3 items off the podium?
No, because everybody was so preoccupied with bothering me.
You watch as the stone tablet and the 2 items clang to the ground. And in that same area where they were, you watch as the stone ruptures up and this large kind of like earth elemental begins to pull itself up and out of the substrate of the stone and just lets out this bellowing roar like at the 5 of you. And that's where we're going to finish tonight, because when we come back next week, you'll be rolling for initiative.
Lovely. I disbelieve it.
I disbelieve it.
I
I took a short rest, just so you
as a
know.
reaction, can I use my mage hand to try and grab one of them?
We can resolve that next week when we come back. That'd be a good retcon. I like that. So thank you all for coming out and watching. If you're interested, there is a code on the screen. If you scan that, that'll take you to my website, where you can enter into a chance to win a free D&D starter set. So take advantage of that. Otherwise, everyone be kind, be safe, and play a game. See y'all next week. Bye, everybody. You guys go ahead and linger, and we'll chat. But everyone else, bye. forgot to hit the end stream. That's always fun when I do that.
It's still going.
I know. It'll turn off
Still
in a minute.
recorded.